Alright, everyone. Uh, Welcome to Voidling Bound. This is a game that I have really enjoyed. So I figured, why not get a video? Alright, we're gonna start a new game. Yeah. And an adventure. Because I don't hate myself.
Humanity's insatiable thirst for knowledge has always been its hubris. By exploring the edge of the universe, we might have gone too far, flown too close to a star. In our search for the next frontier, we met the wrath of a deadly parasite. Relentless monstrosities, spreading like a plague. Their presence blackens the lands, festering, corrupting, and consuming everything in their path. We named it the Legion. Worlds fell. Our strongest weapons failed. Lush, thriving planets were hollowed into lifeless husks. As extinction loomed and hope had all but vanished, a small group of field biologists discovered a mysterious type of space creature, the Voidlings. Though resilient and adaptable, they stood no chance on their own, but they held a hidden strength, the possibility to evolve and resist the Legion. Thus, the Voidling Bound program was born, sending trained specialists, the Wranglers, to neural bind with Voidlings, connecting their minds and forging a symbiotic alliance. Through this connection, Wranglers can accelerate the creature's evolution and wield their full potential to fight the dreadful disease. Together, Wranglers and Voidlings, bound as one, now stand as the last line of defense in our fight for survival.
Alright, that was the intro. So, we are fighting for humanity's survival. Look around real quick, and let's go. I'm not a speedrunner or anything, so I'm just gonna play this as casually as possible. Finally, wait, come see me on the main deck for the mission brief. Hey, Rachel. Glad you suited up fast, Wrangler. The situation is critical. Ground team meant to secure Voidlings before arrival. Likely dead, taken by the Legion. Alright. Thought the mission was a loss. Henry spotted a survivor. It's safely on board. Ecosystems are vanishing by the hour, and we can't act without concrete data. Save the fauna. Alright. Team's base is off the coast. Legion spawns have already tore through it. Perfect for our first mission. Find the radio tower and bring it online. It's probably half buried under Legion's tremors. Check surviving Voidlings. Grab samples. Leon will know what to do with them. For now, head to the vivarium. Henry's there taking care of your new recruit. Alright. There is Leon and Henry. Morning, Greenhorn. Crowd treating you alright? Or still feel like warmed up sludge? That's gotta feel weird. I was thought out last week and still can't hold down breakfast, but hey, I've got you covered anyways. Found a partner for you a couple days back. Fella's been pacing ever since. Guess it wants you to take it for a walk. A Quebec, straight out of what's left of Viria's jungle. Yeah, I know what you're gonna say. It's got all the charm of a potato with googly eyes. But don't let the blank stare fool you. Yeah, there's a clever spark in there. It's quick, sturdy, and has just enough bite. Perfect for first run. Alright. We're gonna go down and say hi. This is our first Queepec. And it is probably gonna get us through most of the game. Not gonna lie. Although I do think it is cute. It reminds me of a little chicken. With big eyes. Cute. It's cute, I swear. Later on we get to change what it looks like, but now it just kind of looks like a naked baby chicken. All right. We're going to pet it for a little bit because it's adorable. Yeah. All right. I got distracted. So now our active mission is faint signal, and we don't get to change that at the moment, but we're going to neurobind real quick. First of all, we're going to rename this one, and this Queepec is going to be Chimpkin. All right, and I'm going to go with Vitality just at the moment. Get a little more stamina. It doesn't really need health, and it's early on enough that we don't really need to worry about damage. Essence is its elemental damage, which it doesn't really have at the moment. Recuperation, I mean, how fast it heals, and yeah, not worried about that at the moment. Just gonna clear up some of this sludge. Get some research points. We're gonna come over here. It's gonna give us a little tutorial. You can restore stamina faster by pressing R before it runs out completely. And then Legion spawns will ooze energy blobs to regenerate your stamina. Yeah, you can collect them tactically to not have to worry about things, but we also don't have our secondary attack yet, so we are just rocking the primary. And we gotta kill these waves to get to the next area. But it's just a tutorial trying to teach you basic combat, so it wasn't that bad. A sprint to run. Yep. Or left control the sprint. Yeah. Like the research. Don't need the health. Get rid of the blobs. If you didn't notice, when you're shooting at the blobs, it doesn't seem to take up stamina. So sometimes I abuse that a bit. Kill those guys. Grab the pyro mutagen. Get through this group. I'm very not entertaining, but I will do my best. Alright. Pop into here real quick. Destroy the blobs. Unlike these, where you just click F to loot, you have to shoot the flowers. Kind of annoying. Yep. Alright. And all we got in here was those research points. Alright. I don't think I missed anything yet. And the Queepec at base only has a double jump. So, fight some legions, double jump and then sprint to get a little distance. floaters are annoying. Flying enemies are also why a couple of the voidlings that we get in the future just aren't that great. When you have voidlings that are specified for melee combat and then have to fight ranged, it doesn't work well. Cleansing. Areas affected by a malignant heart need to be cleansed. Destroy all tumors in the area to expose the malignant heart. So we're just gonna break all this purple goo. Have a little fun with it. And if you notice, like I said, with the purple goo around, it's refilling my stamina immediately. So there are some situations where you can just fire forever, basically. I know there... Oh, never mind. I'm just gonna grab these research points real quick, because I'm not in a hurry on the first level. Alright. Break the heart, and here comes our first boss. A level 1 Greater Festering Hives. See how it has the 3 armor underneath the health bar? That means it's going to have resistance until that goes away. So I try not to attack while it has those bars, because you're just wasting. See, it's doing like nothing. And now we're getting damage back in. Alright. Gonna try to do that. Yep, he's got the armor again. He's gonna spew out some more blobs. Armor went away. And back to attack. Gonna have to run out of stamina. Got the armor again. Summon some floaters. Yep. And he's dead. Got some organic mutagen out of that. Double check for any science real quick. Looks like I got it all. Pretty sure there's like a duck on top of here. Yeah. Like that. There should be one on every level as a little trick or treat. Alright. And we got 1 star for completing the activity. Got an extra 100 research points and the mutagen. The beach. Yep. And now we get to go back. Alright. Nice work, Wrangler. Leon wants a word. He's been in a rough spot, so don't take his attitude too personally. Leon's one of those people that kind of just like... I think he's interesting, but his character is too much of a like snob or whatever. Frankly, I'd have bet against you, Wrangler, but somehow you've managed to stumble into success. Don't expect applause, but I suppose this merits a proper introduction. I'm Leon Schrodinger. Oh, like Schrodinger's cat. That's funny. Renowned geneticist. Chief of Gen Life's Legion program, and as of late, tragically marooned on your tin can. Gen Life's Legion program is kind of a... We'll get to that in a bit. Luckily for you, it appears I am destined to assist you as your highly overqualified personal geneticist. World-class geneticist. Yeah, I guess you are a little overqualified. To start, I've reviewed the report on your first Voidling Bound mission. Let's not sugarcoat it. It's dismal. I mean, all I had to do was go in and kill a heart, so... Neurobinding connection performance? Subpar. Voidling genetic data? Disastrous at best. But, credit where credit is due. The research samples you brought should be enough to work with the devices I finished engineering earlier. Follow me, Wrangler. Shall we begin the evolution chamber? With the evolution chamber? It's time to surpass nature's failures and craft true apex genetics. Power the chamber up. I leave you the honor. I only stutter a little bit because like I'm reading further ahead than I'm saying, so my brain's trying to keep up with my mouth. It's it goes sometimes. Okay, evolution chamber. We're gonna evolve this Queepec. Evolution chamber. Evolve your voidlings to gain new abilities by infusing mutagens into their DNA. Mutagens come in all elemental varieties and are required to evolve voidlings in a given elemental strand. So there's the 5 different ones, and you use it to evolve them different ways. We'll get into that later. So press F to reveal evolutions. And this gives us a choice of going with the Pyro, so the Fire Queepec, or Organic, and going like the Nature Queepec. So if you notice, the Organic is highly effective against Legion spawns, and it says an unknown faction. The unknown faction is the Ancients. We'll get to that later. So they're good against Legion spawns and Ancients, and then Pyro is good, highly effective against Legion spawns and also Crystallines, which are my favorite enemy. So this is the way I will be going. And it gave us some new traits. We'll get into why traits are important later. We're going to press F to reveal more evolutions. And if I remember correctly with the overview, you see all this does is... where's my mouse? There it is. Alright. So all this first one does is evolve it to either Pyro or Organic. When you choose your second one, it gives you the primary ability. So this changed the regular shot from the regular shot to explosive shot. This one changed it to Fire Hose. And then there's 2 more basic attacks that you can use. Fire Hose is my favorite, so I will be going that direction, but we don't have enough mutagen for that at the moment. We're just going to go back. Alright. Cool. Excellent. The mutagens we inserted are stabilizing, as I anticipated. The Voidling should easily dispose of the Legion spawn's defenses. Let's move to the Cerebrum Enhancer, a precise apparatus meant to implement genetically engineered biosynapses and stimulate new cognitive functions. So it's a tech tree for your Voidling. Cerebrum Enhancer. Research samples acquired from Legion spawns and flora can be spent at the Cerebrum Enhancer to increase your Voidling's capabilities. Cerebrum enhancements are acquired per species. All future Voidlings of the same type will share the same progress. So if you unlock this entire tree, it unlocks for every Queepec you have in your, I'm going to say arsenal, just for lack of better words. We have 881 research points, but we can only unlock the secondary ability at the moment, which Queepec really needs. I'm not going to lie. All right, now it allows us to unlock everything else. This is our ultimate ability, Let It Rain. It is exactly what it sounds like. You rain down fire. It's great. Normally, you would be like, I'm just going to upgrade the primary ability, and I'm going to make them stronger, right? I'm going to actually go with the defensive ability, which is our dodge, our dash. Because, as I've learned from watching many, what are they called? Speedrunners. Movement is very important. So I will take what I can for movement, just so you have better movement. And then I will, if I have anything left, go with some stuff in the primary ability for damage and stuff. Alright, this is good work, but we need more research samples to achieve anything above mediocre. Collect them diligently. They are the foundation of your Voidling's progress. Before you go, Rachel insists on seeing you for a briefing, but remember, it's my insights that will drive your success. Wow, that's a little cocky there. But okay, Leon. Mr. Schrodinger. Where's your cat? Oh, and this is what happened to that little ducky I found on top of that radio tower. It gets put here. As you find all of them, they get put all over the ship, but yeah. Rachel. Right, Chief. Data is flowing in, and it isn't good. Legion spawns are spreading their plague like wildfire, and voidlings are on the brink of extinction. Well, I have at least one, so... We've detected a legion infection targeting one of the last known Queepec sanctuaries. If this natural shelter falls, we lose the species and our foothold. I have one. What do you mean we lose the species? We have at least one left. So we defend it at all costs. But remember, this isn't just about saving them. We need to evolve them and make them strong enough to fight back. So again, keep an eye out for research samples. This mission's a real test, Wrangler. You're dropping into a hot zone. Time to see what you're made of. Good luck. Alright. Because they added this really nice feature, I can just... Oh, it automatically said it. I was going to say you can click the mission button, or the map button to pull it up, but I guess we don't have that yet. Alright, level 2 now, so I get to put another point into an attribute. Level 20 is the highest level, so you only get a total of 21 points. Because it gives you a point for level 1. Or 20 is the highest amount of points because it gives you a point for level 1. Alright. I'm going to put a point. It gave us this. So that first bar is for like level up and stuff. This little bar is for their feathers. So it gets +1 agility because it's a desert Queepec. It's part of its genes. So that's what that little bar is for. And as they evolve, you get more genes, which gives them more little bonuses for each thing. Alright, I'm going to take... The next point is going to be for... Gosh, I like recuperation. I'm going to go vitality again. Stamina in games is so important in games with stamina, which is why some people prefer games without them. I know I haven't taken anything really for damage or anything, but I mean, more stamina equal more bullets, which is more damage. All right. Yep. I usually start with the organic one, Queepec, but I have a build I like, so I'm kind of just trying to streamline that, get that going, and just have a little fun, you know? Used to playing with a lot harder enemies, so. Oh, secondary ability. Boom. Oh, that's cool. I do wish I had the fire hose, though. Alright, grab the organic mutagen. I wish it would have given me pyro, but organic is fine. And then shoot that down and have that do that. No need for really anything at the moment. Ooh, health. Yeah. So later on you get splicing and you can use any of the abilities and stuff, which we'll get to when we get there. Alright, ultimate ability. Your Voidling has enough power to use its ultimate ability. Press Q to unleash it now. not yet. Power blobs. Your Voidling regains power over time. You can accelerate this process by picking up power blobs from Legion spawn remains. So if they drop these little gray orbs, it helps speed up charging the ultimate ability, which we'll get to. I'm not going to use the ultimate ability at the moment because it had that shield, because it would have just wasted the ultimate ability. I gone in when I shouldn't have. Okay. Alright. Dodge. I wish I had faster recharge on dodge, because that would have been nice. Alright, recharge. Can you not, please? Okay. The mutagens will just stay there until you collect them, so I don't need to be in a hurry to grab those. Can you not get so close to me? Don't stand so close to me now. I almost used my heal charge. Holy. That level up came just in time. I feel like a Skyrim moment. Try to recharge my ultimate faster. Maybe no. Alright. I'm gonna probably kill it before I get my ultimate ability back up. Yeah. Just barely. Yep. Alright. He's dead. I don't know if there's a ducky on these levels, but I know they're in the regular levels. So. Alright. Activity completed. Got some more mutagens and some research points. And I'm gonna... Incredible job, Wrangler, but we can't rest. We have another mission on the table. I'm gonna see about evolving my Queepec one more time. I want that fire hose. Yep. Thank you for the fire hose. And now it has a goofy crest. Goofy gland for its crest. Yeah. Now if we look at the table, you'll see there's new secondary abilities. But we have fire hose now for our primary. The scatter bomb is my favorite secondary for Queepex, but I need to go the other direction for the final form, unfortunately. And speak to Rachel. Fantastic work at the Jungle Maw Caverns, or Cauldrons. Queepex are gathering again. Even spotted a few Gilliks in the area. But we are not done. The Legion has overrun the plateaus overlooking the jungle, the Crimson Mesa. It used to be a thriving feeding ground for multiple voidling species, and it needs cleansing. With shelter and food in proximity, these voidlings should start to produce offspring again. Go Voidling Bound Wrangler. And if you haven't already, check in with Leon to use the resources you've gathered. Okay. I forgot to look at the tech tree. My bad. 1 second. Gotta upgrade the Queepex real quick. Alright. Back to dodge. Or dash. Increase distance. Distance. Dash immunity, so I get invulnerable while dashing. After dashing, gains 5 stamina regeneration stacks. Dashing transitions into a sprint. So normally when you dash, it disables the sprint after the dash. If you're sprinting when you dash, this keeps it sprinting. Or if you're just regular walking and you dash, this... Yeah, so, but I'm going to go for energizing dash because that's just better. And obviously more damage on primary. Alright, active mission is now Centennial Bloom. And we're gonna do this quite easily. This time I am going Essence over Vitality. But we got +1 more agility because of the Goofy Gland. That little piece on its head. So we got +2 agility at the moment because of the Swift Feathers and Goofy Gland. So he's a bass burb. I don't remember what I named the bird. Chimkin. Yeah, Chimkin. There we go. Break that. That little blob was blocking this, so I'm gonna just grab those. This level is the first level that actually has eggs and mutagen. So collecting everything is gonna be important. I'm gonna see the fire hose is just so nice. Alright. We gotta go over there to grab that. Come down here to get those. Burn these guys with my fire hose. Open those. Come over here, grab this organic mutagen. I've actually seen people miss that one. Dashed weird. Do that. There is a way to get up there that way, but you get up there anyways, just going this regular way, so not trying to do any tricks. Tricks swelling flutter. That's new. Alright. Now we're gonna jump on here, and it's gonna boost us up. Alright. And then we're gonna kill that. Kill this guy. Run across there. Come up here. Get this cryo mutagen. Ooh, cryogenic mutagen, and grab this egg. Then we're gonna come back this way. Speedrunning this level is not that bad, honestly. Grab some more research. Grab some more research. I forgot to go to those petals. That was over that way, didn't I? Oh, yeah, you gotta... Okay, yeah. I always forget. I usually just jump across that cavern, but... Chasm, whatever. Alright, we gotta come up here and destroy the blob. And voila. Then the witch. Chit-chat me into a new. Got back there. Anyways. Kill that guy. I do love the fire hose. In this level or the next one, there's a golden egg, which has the cryogenic creepback, which is not a normal element that the creepback normally gets. Obviously, the creepback is pyro and organic. So it's cool having the little Easter egg kind of eggs or alternate species, whatever. But enter this building. Come in here, get this organic mutagen, and double check. Nothing else. Okay, we're gonna leave. Then we're gonna come over here, and nothing. Cool. Double checking. Gotta cross my I's and dot my T's, so to speak. All right. Come up here, just because I like to bounce on things. Grab that. Come up here. Shoot that flower, grab those. Recharge while I'm jumping up the flowers. So yeah, grab those. These are volatile floaters. And they will explode. Here's the golden egg. Pretty sure that's the Queepec. cryo Quebec. Alright. Come over here, grab that. Just to make my OCD happy. And we're not going to talk about that. Never happened. Couldn't tell you. Right. Break that just for the health. I hate having no stamina. Like, I'm used to maxed out Queepex, hold down the stamina or the fire button. This is just a little painful. Break those. You could just jump over that way, but those burn all these guys. Double check down here, nothing. Come up here, kill these juvenile spores. Recharge, because I have no stamina. Alright. I can come up here, use E to boost myself over. That's why I didn't kill that guy. Break that before it kills me. Kill that guy. If you get him at a good point, you can usually use the finisher to kind of jump towards him. Alright. Got that done. Don't forget that. Break that. That guy, that guy. Of these. Just little. That flower's supposed to help you find that. More swelling floaters. Run out of stamina. It feels bad when you can't kill an enemy with a full stamina bar. Come over here, grab this egg. Silver egg. Ooh, means it's a good egg. Watch them all be Gilliks. That's be pain. My dash might be a little too far now. Oops. Ooh, another silver egg. Lucky. They randomly choose whether they're silver or not. Kind of cool. I got two. Come up here, grab the loot. Pyro mutagen. Good, I need that. You need 20 mutagen in total to get to the like final versions of the Voidlings. Not sprinting because I'm used to just auto sprinting after the dash. I have to get that eventually. Alright. I feel like everybody played this game when it first came out and then just like nobody played it. And it makes me kind of sad. I really like this game. Can I get my stamina back? Thank you. I was about to explode me. That wouldn't have been fun. There's some more pyro mutagen. Grab some of that. Gonna jump down just to kill those guys because limited spawns, so them just kind of being there kind of. Yep. Clean up the trash as it were. So the final farm has bonuses, I guess. The cryogenic Queepex final or special ability is a triple jump. So until you get splicing, the cryogenic Queepex is the only one that can triple jump. Then you get splicing and you can give it to everybody, but it's pretty much the best, unfortunately, the best Voidling early game because of that. Again, movement is just so important that having that extra jump is a difference. It makes a difference. Grab that real quick. Come over here, grab this. Upchuck. Of course there's enemies in here. Organic mutagen. Enemies do have a rare chance of dropping mutagen. You can increase that, but default is very, very low. Okay. Don't overshoot that. Doing my due diligence. Nothing. Okay. Kill the guy. Recharge. You can hear that guy. Where'd he go? I would like my dash to recharge faster, please. Okay. Try to run a little faster. And here we are. Boss fight time. Kill the heart. Kill the boss. If you notice, like I said, when you get to this, you have like infinite shot, which is so nice. It also helps when you're speed running a level. Can you stop trying to stab me or scratch me? Dude, seriously? I do not want to fight the boss at the moment. I would like to get this health real quick. Okay, that did not bring me to full health. Dang. Try... save that for boss fight, maybe? Never know. Kill you, and then break the heart. Let's do this. Yes, it did have a shield, and I was attacking it. I was trying to get the stacks of fire going. Shields back up. Start breaking some of this. Shields down. Next boss. Shields up. Break some of this. Kill some of the enemies. Shields down. Attack the boss. Thanks to the infinite shot. It's kind of easy. Shields up. Kill some of the enemies. Boss shields are down, getting the pyro or burn stacks up. Alright, boss is dead. Collect all this stuff, clear up the goo for fun. I could attempt the time trial, but I'm assuming I'm gonna unlock the cryogenic Quebec, the Quebec Quebec. So, yep. Probably swapping over to the Quebec Quebec. Great work, Wrangler. Henry's buzzing about your latest find. Go see him before he tries to hatch it himself. Alright, Henry. Found the golden egg. Well, Wrangler, you cleared out that lesion-ridden mess like a pro. You even got Mother Nature tipping her hat. Left you the best Wrangler's treat imaginable, a Voidling's egg. I've cracked more eggs than I can can count, but this one's different. Special. It's your first hatch, of course. Get yourself to the hatchery pronto. You don't want to keep me hanging. Oh, here's just... I picked up an egg, so... Gotcha. Jump over the rails, because their safety is for nubs. Look at it. 3 different egg types, plus that golden egg. If this is the Galick... no, it's the Quebec. Gotcha. Voidling Nature. You just hatch a special Voidling that possesses a nature. A nature improves an attribute, allowing it to go beyond its normal limits. Nature Rarity. Natures can come in 3 distinct rarities, where each rarity level boosts its effect furthermore. Keep hatching to discover them all. So if you notice, we got 1 normal Glick, and then an agile Glick, an exceptionally strong Quebec, an exceptionally agile Quebec Quebec. I love that. The first one I got wasn't special at all, so this is kind of cool. And a strong Glick. So if you notice, the rarity of the thing is how much it boosts the stats, right? So the agile gives you a +1 with the agility. The strong gives you a +1 with the strength. Exceptionally agile gives you +5. Not just +1, not just +2. Exceptionally is +5. And then as exceptionally strong gives +5 strength to the Quebec. Quebecs aren't a melee Voidling, so exceptionally strong is kind of useless, but eh. A Gillick. We saw them roaming the jungle, but who knew? A new Voidling with a cryo potential? On Vireo? Ice can't believe it. Ice can't believe it. Yeah, nice joke. Dad jokes. Leon's been yapping about pushing more evolutions. You got the hang of the evolution chamber right now, right? Feeding this Galick those cryo mutagens you picked up, let's find out what this frosty little pup can do. It'll add some variety to your lineup and keep Leon busy poking at your latest discovery. Win-win. Hit the Sanctuary console first to pick your new ice maker. Alright, Wrangler, you set the bar high. I'm picturing the vivarium glittering with all kinds of Voidlings. Go make it happen. So, alright, 2 things. I'm not going to turn around for a second. Wrangler rank. Discover and document genes to increase your Wrangler rank. Genes are discovered every time you evolve a Voidling into an undiscovered path. Raising your Wrangler rank gives you access to powerful new upgrades and unlock new missions. Discover them all. Alright, sorry about that. So whenever you hatch an egg, it will fill up your pack first, and then it'll put the rest into the PC, kind of like Pokemon. You have 6 Pokemon, and then the rest go in the PC. So all 5 of those that just hatched are now in the vivarium, because they're in your pack, not the PC. So they should all be out here. Yep. And you can pet them all. Hi. I'm gonna pet you. Agile is one of my favorite stats, and you're exceptionally agile. So, yay. It's not letting me access the pack wirelessly yet, so I gotta do it from the console. Alright. Sanctuary console. Hatch Voidlings that can't fit into the vivarium are sent to a sanctuary where they can thrive safely. Use the sanctuary console to manage and inspect your Voidlings. Like with Pokemon, this is the PC. Change your companions by using the sanctuary menu. And press I to open the Sanctuary console at any time while on the ship. So now we should be able to. I'm going to take the Chimkin out and put the Quebec in its place. The fact that it was exceptionally agile just hits all my funny bones. So if you notice on the genes, its primary ability is Slush Gun, which is worse than Fire Hose, but it's not bad. Secondary ability is Snowplow, so you shoot a fast projectile that creates a brief little explosion that hits out It's not as good as the one that I like, but it's not bad. And then Snowbird, which gains an extra jump, which is the entire reason why the Quebec is the best non-splice Voidling in the game. I'm gonna actually separate the exceptional ones out, bring them all the way out here so I don't mix them up. All right, and if you want to know, you can filter to, yeah. So I can pull it back whenever. It's just this way it'll keep, when it's on regular sort by, it'll keep that all the way out. The downside of the cryo is that cryo is not super effective against the Legion spawns. It's good for ancients and gen bots, which, if you remember, Leon mentioned he was part of the gen bot science group, so we'll get to that in a bit. Select the common Gillick as your companion. Oh, it wants me to put a Gillick in. Okay. I'm assuming it's because it wants me to evolve one. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to evolve it into the ice form, which is what it wants. Reveal evolutions. Hey, look. There's Pyro and Cryogenic. Yay, cool. There it goes. I did Cryogenic. Alright. And then if we look at this, you can see it gets Big Shot and Snow Cannon, which, you know, do you want a shotgun, a spread shot, or do you want like a long range sniper shotgun kind of thing? It's, anyways, that's kind of what that is. I guess I will choose the shot. No. Snow Cannon. Choose Snow Cannon. It doesn't really matter for Gillick at the moment because obviously, like I said, we're going to be using the Quebec effectively the whole game, but that's kind of nice to try to... So these give different secondary abilities, Blizzard Leap and then Glacier Strike. And then these these two will give 2 more secondary abilities. These are for primary. Same for this side. So, alright. Heading out. Actually, interest marker. Along your adventure, you might see interest markers showing you non-critical elements that require your attention. Have a look. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna actually... Sorry, I'm gonna do that for a second, because you can evolve the special mutated ones. But I do want this one, even though I like the other one more. But it's because for the final evolution, I need this one, Frenzied. So Frenzied is a perk that, as long as you're holding down your primary attack, you get like speed boost. Which again, we're going down to, if you don't know this, movement is so important. So that is why we are going down that path with the Quebec. Obviously we're changing Chimkin back up for the Quebec. And we're gonna just evolve them a little bit. Get the dash, get that. Do I have enough for 240, 500, 740? Yep. Just max out the dash. All right. And now we have no more research points. So, because our Quebec is still only level 1, we're not going to be able to do the harder levels with him. Which is kind of sad, but it is what it is. Voidpedia. It's telling us that we have this Voidpedia we can look at, which gives, documents your Voidling discoveries. So you can keep track of all the things you've accomplished with the Voidlings. So here's the data, the little background, and then your achievements. These are things you can do to kind of completionist stuff. This tickles my completionist bone. Collect all 33 evolutions, bring 3 Queepec to max level, hatch 20 Queepec, complete 15 missions with the Queepec. We'll be getting all those. The modules, there's tail, crest, back, ear covers. There's only the 2 tails. So you get the tropical or Quebec protective plumes, or the desert has the swift feathers. Like, that's it. You get one or the other. I think this is like organic path, and this is the pyro path. And then, yeah. And then these are the eye colors. And these are the eyes, the patterns, or the colors, the eyes, the patterns. And then these are the abilities, primary, secondary, and mutated perks. So this is like when you get them to the max form, you get these mutated perks. And these are the ones that they only get one of when you just max them out, but when you can splice them, you can have a total of 3. So unlocking these is very important. You unlock these when you evolve your voidlings and stuff. So yeah, splicing is a lot of fun. It has revived my fun for this game. And then these are the Glicks. Yep, and then these are all the unlocks we have for the Glicks. And nothing on the mutated because we don't have any maxed out. So, alright. That should do it for episode 1. I'm going to talk to Leon real quick. I need your assistance with a critical matter, Wrangler. I was only a passenger on your ship. I was bound for Vireo to oversee GenLife's work in advancing research on Voidling's DNA and examining the Legion. But that mission died with the team, and with it, the location of GenLife's secret facilities. However, Rachel spotted the shuttle that was meant to take me there, crashed on a small island. That wreck is on our treasure map. Its navigation computer must have the coordinates to the GenLife labs. There are secrets within that lab, and we need them if you want to tip the scales against the Legion. Secure that wreckage, Wrangler, and if you see Genbots wandering around, don't worry. They'll be useful if the Legion stirs trouble. Except for they get corrupted by the Legion, and then they become a new enemy type. Which, screw GenLife. Alright. That'll do it for this episode. I'm gonna grind a little bit, get the Quebec up to level, and then we will go from there. Alright. Have a good one, guys.